What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch Season 2, Episode 20 of My Hero Academia. Last we saw, we had a very fun, uh, I would I would classify it as more of a bottle episode, at least for 80% of it. We got Sue with Selkie and Sirius, and really fun, exciting episode in my opinion. I got goosebumps a couple times. Again, Sue, one of my favorite, again, I said last episode that I feel like there's three tiers of our students, like the really big, main ones, obviously, Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo, Ochako, and Tenya. Then, the mid-tier ones, Sue, Mineta, Kirishima, Kaminari, Yaoyorozu, and then the very bottom tier, some of these bums that we barely even see. So Sue is probably my favorite of that middle tier. So it was very fun seeing her sort of get put into the perfect situation, not only power-wise, but also personality-wise, it seemed. So I'm interested to see if we'll see another sort of mid-tier. Not you guys know what I mean. I'm not calling the characters mid. I'm saying that they're mid, like, importance level. But we'll see another mid-tier character, interacting with their agency, or we'll maybe bounce back to sort of Deku and what he's doing. I don't know. I'm excited to see. If you guys like the video, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon, and I am most likely a considerable amount ahead. If you wanted to check the comments, I'll probably drop exactly what episode I'm on, if you're interested. And if you like the content I make on the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really helped me out. Let's get into this episode.
I know I wasn't here long, but thanks for everything.
You were here for a fucking day, dude.
I don't think there's any reason for you to thank me. I wasn't around when the really big stuff happened.
Sure, but the only reason I was able to
It was a letdown of a...
was because of our sparring and your wise instruction. Ow!
Damn. How did he reach?
Well, at least you learned to channel your power instead of relying on one monster smash, even though you did still manage to get a stress fracture in your arm. I know what happened. You went well over your limit. I thought we agreed you were only supposed to use 5%. You're too impatient, and when you lose focus,
oh my
you lose
god.
control too. You must always be
we need to we need to keep him in the rotation. He needs to keep showing up to help us.
To become the greatest hero like All Might, then you've still got a heck of a lot to learn, boy, so keep at it.
Yes, sir!
See you around.
Wait! I've got a question. Please, just one more. I've been wondering for a while, but never found a good time to ask.
Lore?
Even though you're really strong, and you train the #1 hero in the world yourself, no one knows you. You should be super famous.
I like relaxing. Did he have another identity maybe in the past?
What?
No, that's an easy one. I was just never that interested in working as a pro hero.
What?
There was a point in my past when I needed to be able to use my quirk freely without limits. That's the only reason I got my license.
Oh. Damn, he had fucking ulterior motives. Toshi?
All Might, I mean. He can explain everything better than
Oh yeah, Toshinori. I was like, what the fuck you mean Toshi?
That's it, kid. Keep working hard.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much again. Bye for now.
Yeah, better be for now. I want Grand Trainer to keep showing up. I really liked him.
He may not look or act like him, but he's still just like Toshi.
Waddling like a penguin.
The man chosen by my friend. The man who inherited One for All. Who became the very best.
I got goosebumps again. You know me. I'm a sucker.
Boy, who are you?
Izuku Midoriya.
That's not right.
You're All Might?
I'm Deku.
Oh, goosebumps.
Let you and me watch over him together, Toshinori.
It's funny. I don't think of Deku as the superhero name. I just think of that as his name, his nickname.
Holy crap! What the heck, Bakugo? Stop laughing.
Is the hair still stuck down?
I can't get it back the right way.
It was going back. You gotta, when you get angry, it points back out.
Try, pretty boy. What did you
Awesome!
You got to face actual villains? I'm super jealous! Well, I didn't fight. All I did was help.
You did a good job.
Provide logistical support.
What the fuck is that guy's name? Go to the Tokoyami conversation.
Today we caught a bunch of drug smugglers.
Okay, that's cool.
What
Aww.
about you, Ochako? How was your week? I'd say that it was very enlightening.
Holy fuck.
Spirit.
Yeah, that battle hero must have been something else.
After 1 week, she's like a totally different...
She's obsessed.
Now, if you want to talk about the ones who really changed, it was those three.
Oh yeah, the hero killer. Glad you guys made it back alive. Seriously.
I worried about you too.
You were lucky Endeavor showed up and saved
Yeah. Dude, I fucking love Hagakure.
Hero killer? Everyone's been saying that he was somehow connected to the League of Villains. Can you imagine how frightening it would have been if that creep had been there when they attacked the USJ?
He's scary, yeah. But did you see him in that weird video?
Dude, does Aoyama have any friends here? I mean, he is annoying, but...
Stain's a pretty evil villain, but like super tenacious. He's almost kind of cool, don't you guys think?
No.
Nori!
Oh, dude. No, it's okay.
You fucking idiot.
To keep anyone else from suffering like me, well, I promise I will strive to be the perfect hero.
Yeah, let's do it!
It's time for class to begin. Everyone, please take your seats. He's back.
This is
God
your
damn.
fault for talking about weird stuff.
Sorry.
Bakugo in the bottom of the screen is bullying.
I am here! Hope you're ready to return to our lessons. Today it's hero basic training. Feels like I haven't seen
Dude, Hagakure is so fucking funny. I'm sorry, but it might be my favorite part of the show.
a little race. Take everything you've learned from your internships and apply it to this.
Why is she fucking butt-ass naked right now? Oh. Okay.
Ida hasn't
Ojiro?
recovered yet, right?
Sero and Ishido.
This group has really good mobility.
Huh. I'd say Midoriya is at a heavy disadvantage against those four.
That's what I think. Moving around quickly isn't really one of his strong suits, that's for sure.
And whenever he uses his
Just shoot himself up.
injured.
Who's your pick? I'm betting on Sero.
Nah, I would not.
Yeah?
With Ashido, cause she's got a super athletic butt.
I thought you were better.
Even if he's still recovering, I think Ida's got this.
Give me Ida.
Is everyone
Give me Tenya.
ready? Begin!
Come on, yo, holy shit, no, come on, do some damage, Shero.
Look at him go! In a maze like
Again, this is one of those situations where Tenya should win.
That means Sero's had an advantage because he can take to the sky.
it's like this course was
This motherfucker has never spoken in the history of this show.
what? No way!
The way he's propelling himself through the air.
Oh, I got goosebumps again.
Those jumps. He looks just like.
Those are my moves. While I spent my time getting groomed at that useless internship, he... Look at him!
I really hope that he did learn at least something.
Midoriya? Are you kidding me?
Shouldn't he be breaking a bunch of bones?
Focus. I can do this. Don't go above 5%.
Oh, he's gonna accidentally go over.
And alert!
And it's over! Thanks, hero! And congratulations!
Alright! Midoriya.
Oh my god, Sero! Nice fucking job!
Stable footing. I need to be careful where it is in
Nice job, dude! Tenya, you're a bum! You've never won anything in your life.
The year you all showed me some incredible improvements. Keep working.
Okay, I'm 0 for 1.
You surprised me. That was incredible. Find me after class.
God damn, the cheeks of America on that man.
Tough training today, huh?
It's the first class in a while that had me glistening.
Glistening?
Ability.
You could also compensate by improving others.
I'm never gonna learn his name, and I don't want to look it up, and I don't want it in the comments.
You know what's next door, right? This looks into the girls'
Guys.
locker room.
Don't even think about it! Peeping on them like that would be criminal!
Then you'll have to throw me in solitary confinement cause you can't.
He's gonna stick himself to it? No!
Ashido's slender waist, Hagakure's floating underwear. Daddy, Atsui's unexpectedly soft moving! That's Jiro's earphone jack! What a brutal and precise surprise attack from next door!
Oh my god.
Kyoka. Despicable. We'll close up this hole immediately.
Why am I the only one he didn't say anything
Aww. You're an emo baddie. No! She's underage! No! I'm fighting demons. I'm fighting animated demons. Come on, we didn't even get to see any of the other... Oh, he's drippy today.
to you? What I said that day? Eat this! No! He was in my DNA. That's why you had to swallow the hair.
Oh, holy crap! Don't tell me the hero killer has one for all now!
No.
No, he doesn't. I just thought you might be worried about that, but I see it didn't cross your mind.
It didn't fucking cross my mind.
It'd be given to another person if you, the bearer,
Wanted
intend
to?
to pass
Okay.
it along. It's not something that can just be taken by force, although it can be transferred by force. Kind of like this.
Here, you have to take it! What kind of example is that?
And you should know its origin. One for All was derived from another odd quirk, a power that's very...
Oh, okay.
It used to be something different?
Oh shit,
The name of
lore.
that quirk is All for One.
Okay.
It allowed its user to take quirks from others, and the user could keep the quirks for himself.
Oh.
What? You mean he could steal powers?
This was back when quirks
Like take them away or just like duplicate the power? I read it as take away.
powered among them. When quirks first appeared, suddenly it was impossible to say what it meant to be a normal person. Laws and human rights were hotly debated. Civilization's progress stalled,
I like this shit.
decayed.
If superpowers had never appeared, then humans would be taking interstellar holidays by this point. I remember hearing that from someone famous.
Right. During that chaotic period
Oh.
of change, there was one person who managed to rally many people together. He went by the name of his power. All
That's
for One.
stupid. You can't go by the name of your power.
And then, with his overwhelming abilities, he spread his influence across the country.
And people don't know about him?
Acts with little resistance. In the blink of an eye, he became the leader of villains and ruled over Japan.
I've seen plenty of rumors about this online,
Okay.
sure, but isn't that all just made
It's like
up?
a boogeyman.
Anyway, when a person gains true power, they enjoy showing it off to others.
How does this all tie together, though? And what about one?
Let him cook.
Said that All for One could give quirks to others, remember? He made people trust him or submit to his will by altering their abilities. But apparently, there were many poor souls who couldn't bear the burden of the quirks they were given. They became like mindless living dolls, incapable, just like the Nomus are.
Okay.
Some quirks actually evolved as they were passed on, some even combined with other power sets. This evil man had a quirkless younger brother. He was small and sickly, but he had a strong sense of justice. They couldn't have been more different. It pained the brother to see All for One's deeds, so he kept resisting.
I fucking look like Shigaraki.
Then, All for One transferred a quirk to a sibling, one that would allow him to stockpile power. We don't know if it was a gift he was giving his brother, or if he just wanted to force him to submit.
Don't tell me.
Yes, even though everyone thought he was quirkless, turns out the brother did.
Oh.
He hadn't realized this to be the case. He had a useless power that only allowed him to pass on quirks. And so the stockpiling ability merged with the younger brother's power. And that is how One for All came to be.
Yeah, goosebumps, man.
Ironic that justice so often spawns from evil.
Wait, hold on! I understand how One for All came about now. But this bad guy must be long dead by this point.
Probably has some like immortality quirk.
One who steals quirks has no limits. Anything's possible. There are quirks that halt aging. He probably has something like that. The symbol of evil seemed pretty much immortal, but the state of the world at the time and the huge difference in their combat abilities. The younger brother decided to entrust this new quirk to future generations. Even though he couldn't defeat All for One, he hoped One for All would continue to grow in power.
Damn, how long was this motherfucker alive? It went on like multiple generations.
Eventually, it was my turn, and I managed to defeat All for One. At least that's what I thought. But he survived, and is now back in action as the brain behind the League of Villains.
I got goosebumps.
As its holder, you may one day have to fight against this great evil yourself. Because I failed. you didn't expect this, but...
I'll do my best. I'll do whatever you ask, no matter what it might take. As long as you're with me, I can do anything. I know you'll...
Oh.
Come on. Tell him. He needs to know.
What'd you do? Did you let him?
That's not how it'll happen. Our futures are... He won't understand.
What is like you lose the power or something? Or does All Might die when that happens? Or do you, like, when you defeat One for All, you lose the power? I don't think so.
But by the time you face him,
okay,
I won't be by your side anymore.
Does that mean
You'll be training while you're camping in the woods.
I knew it! All right!
you guys have... Oh, what is wrong with you guys?
Hanging out with everyone all summer? I'm so excited!
However, those of you who don't pass the final exam before the semester is over will have summer school.
Oh my god!
I think about it, All Might didn't really say anything specific about himself.
The hero killer Stain. I didn't think he'd get caught. But
Yeah, he's in the Master's in a big fucking evil lair in the city.
he's viral. Those who want to wreak havoc or who simply sympathize with him will seek out the League of Villains.
Oh my god, it's fucking Vilgax.
You were to talk to them yourself, though, Master.
Then you had better hurry and fix mine.
Okay.
Doctor.
If only we'd gotten our hands on the super regeneration quirk 5 years earlier.
Mm.
Now that your wounds are all healed, it can't really do anything to help you. So he's to unite
Mustache.
the League of Villains. I wonder if the child can pull it off.
Dr. Eggman, motherfucker.
Do well, even if I have to work.
Okay, maybe I
it
was wrong.
alone. It's the only way he'll be able to take my place. He was born with the twisted mind needed to become the next
Okay,
me.
so he's...
I hope you're celebrating
Oh.
while you can, All Might.
Oh my god.
Very soon, this temporary peace will come to a violent end.
He's fucking, like, rebuilding himself. That was a damn good episode. That might be one of the best episodes of the season, too. And I got a lot to talk about. So, first thing I want to focus on, All Might not being there when it happens. Is it because he's just going to die? Like, does he have, like, a time on his life that it's soon to expire? Or, is it for another reason? Does he have to leave? Does he have to do something? Does he not want to be there? Can he physically not? I don't know. I don't know. It's a very sort of open-ended teaser. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to really think about it. Is it because he's gonna... No! So... Is the only way to defeat All for One for All Might to sort of sacrifice himself? Like, maybe that's it. Like, not like genuinely, like, he won't be there in the beginning of the fight, but physically, in order to defeat him, All Might will have to die. I don't know. Then talking about the power here, obviously, those couple scenes, I'm gonna rewatch those just so I get a better grip of everything and see if I missed anything. But so my sort of gut sort of understanding is that he steals people's powers, and it just becomes all accumulated into him. But he can then also, All for One can then also pass on the powers if he wants, and he can pass on specific powers. But some people aren't mentally apt enough to, you know, take on such a responsibility. I don't know, or physically. It's like he kept putting too much power into people, and they can't handle that. And then he gave it to his brother, who had the ability. Well, that's the one thing I'm confused about. What did the younger brother? What was his power? Was it just to pass it on to people, but pass it on healthily? I don't know. That's the one thing I didn't really grasp enough. Again, I'll probably rewatch it and have a better understanding of it. But yeah, that's the one thing. Because if All for One could give people the powers, is it just like the healthy? But like, was it a natural passing that All for One is doing, and his younger brother is the younger? No, the younger brother's dead. He was the original user of One for All. I don't know. That's interesting. I'm glad we got some fucking lore, and I will say I do have to admit my apologies, okay, to specifically Nezu. Okay, he might be a sympathizer still. I don't know. I still don't really trust him for some reason. But Doctor and Master are not people that I know. Although I am going to be on the lookout for sick fucking mustache. And then I would assume that All for One sort of design, that isn't like that's not his like final state, if that makes sense. It's sort of like he's regenerating still. So he was probably All Might have like fucking beat him down to an atom, and from that singular atom he has sort of been rebuilt. Again, I see this as like a Voldemort situation from Harry Potter. Maybe that's the closest thing that I can, make it a direct parallel towards. So, but that's interesting. That's interesting. I love getting lore dumps, and I really do hope we learn more about All Might. And this thing is not going to be there. Is it because I don't know. And obviously Shigaraki is the next in line for All for One. So I could definitely see a world in which at some point in the series All Might defeats All for One, like the OG, the original, but the power gets passed on to Shigaraki. And then who's even stronger than All for One, and Deku has to sort of defeat him. Then I could definitely see a world in which that happens. Again, it's sort of interesting. I feel like there's such a big focus on All for One, and you know what I mean. This feels like the big bad of the entire series. Like, I feel like a normal show would sort of they don't really introduce the main villain of the entire story so early on. They sort of like bump up a little bit, but no, this is what we gotta watch out for. This is always going to be on our mind, so to speak. So that was a great episode right there. Shout out to Sero. Yeah, Sero, right? Sero? No, I'm not losing it, right? Yeah, Sero. Nice fucking job, dude. Tenya, dude, can I be honest? Okay, and no offense to anyone, no offense to Tenya. Tenya might be the biggest underachiever in the show. He should be OP. And yet he's not won a single thing in his life. In fact, some might argue he's the ultimate loser. A game like that, a competition like that, he should have had that in the bag. No questions asked. Okay? But I am glad that Sarah stepped up a little bit. I did kind of want to see, at bare minimum, if you're not going to show me the other little montages of the other 4 challenges, you gotta at least show me the fucking winners, okay? I still, and this is funny too, because I'm recording these a lot sooner than they air on YouTube, you know what I mean? Like a month or 2, maybe even 3 months ahead. So I know I've probably been, talking about the guy whose name I don't know for the past 10 episodes. I don't want to know his name. I don't, like, in the sense of I don't want comments, and the reason I bring it up is because I'm sure that some of you guys who are watching have been watching for like 2 months, have been hearing me complain about his name for 2 months, going, why don't you fucking look it up? Look it up. I don't want to look it up. I want it to naturally come to me, because it is abysmal that someone in our main class, I don't know their name. I don't know their regular name, and I don't know their superhero name. I forgot. In season 1, I remember that they gave it to me. I'm pretty sure. But it slipped my mind, and they have not reminded me for an entire season. So I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna read the comments for it. I'm going to naturally find this when it pops up. So when that day comes, when that day arrives, I will be very excited for it. Is there any theories, any more theories I can make in regards to All for One and All Might? Honestly, the Doctor too is a very interesting character, because he's sort of like, I don't know if he had all connections to All for One before this, if that makes any sense. Like he was sort of an underling, and then he finally, he found the atom, or the shriveled up, burnt body of All for One, and saved him from there. Or it was sort of it wasn't connected at all, and he found him and then raised him up. That we obviously don't know that yet, and it's interesting because he's a lot older. And then obviously All for One has to be older, because that's the thing that I want to speak about. That I'm a little confused. I don't know. It's not confused as in like I'm completely lost, but as in like I have questions about the specifics of it. If what All Might is how many users of One for All have there been? There's either been 7, 8, or 9. Like Deku's either the 7th, 8th, or 9th. It's one of those numbers. Again, the users of the One for All, there's not necessarily like an exact lifespan, if you understand what I mean. So they could not have lived super long. They can only live like 5 years, 10 years. But All for One was sort of active for a very long time. You know what I mean? You give an average at least 25 years. Let's say that at least 25 years, giving modest lifespans to people who use the One for All, giving very modest lifespans. And he was something like this big fucking evil villain. You know what I mean? It's not really known. You know what I mean? Like he should be talked about like Hitler or something like that. And he's like a boogeyman. People don't really know about him, and he honestly, he might, again, depending on how long he was active, and it took all the way down to All Might to defeat him, he's a bum. You know what I mean? He should have had world domination by now, to be quite honest. But I don't know. I'm interested. Again, I'm gonna have to rewatch those couple scenes. It felt like a lot of information. There may be a couple hints in there that I missed too, specifically in relation to sort of All Might's feelings and his future, maybe. But I'm gonna rewatch it to see. But that was a fantastic episode. I thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I am multiple episodes ahead on there as well if you want to check that out and get it earlier than they air on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. And most importantly, if you like the content I make on the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Let's get into it. I'll see you guys in a week, a couple days, one of those. Thank you for watching.